I guess I just like to have, I like to be able to have the bottom sideline in the frame.
Yeah.
So I do like put it down a little bit. And I tend to be a little bit more zoomed out than like Aquila was saying. Like I just kind of prefer it that way personally.
So would you have it like that?
I prefer it a little bit, I think it's like that, but a little bit more zoomed in is what I like.
Well, I'll say, since we're on the other camera right now, just get it to how zoomed in however zoomed in you like it, and I'll see if we'll need to scoot back at all.
Okay, yeah, no, so come back up here. Sorry, my bad. You can see it down here, but I barely have the bottom sideline in the frame.
Okay.
And I did put it down a little bit. I panned it down, so the very top of the bleachers are the top of the frame. So we don't see the empty bleachers. Shot clock, I want to have the shot clock in there.
Good shot clock.
This is like pretty perfect. I don't think I'm going to change it for now.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll zoom out and in probably.
Okay.
Once again, chance to welcome you to Corvallis High School for CDL basketball, between your Untitled Chapter and the Jaguars. The position sitting on the red program.
My phone hotspot.
So we ask for all the fans to do the Can you do that? Can we get them back from this place?
Zooming in, yeah. Yeah, it's backwards now. But like, do you just want it to be where your face is coordinated, like your face and Devlin's face? Do you want me to completely switch? Yeah, I think it's fine. Like the announcers are on the screen when you watch an NBA game. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. How's this framing here now? Is this a little bit more zoomed in? I just wanted to keep both shot clocks and both shot clocks in there and the full court. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'll get the. Oh yeah, I guess so. I'll zoom in on that. What's up?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now time for the starting lineup for the Jaguars. Number 0, Isaiah Jacob. Number 1,
Okay, but it's like a little bit tight. Can you cut the screen while I do it?
Number 4, Moses.
Okay, it's better now.
Number 8, Devontae Williams. Number 14, Hannah Benson. Head coach of the Jaguars, Kevin Johnson.
They still love out cam 1. Okay, I just don't know if like my voice is going into the. Okay, hello, testing, 1, 2. That's good. You want me to get the players?
Welcome to Corvallis High School Gymnasium. I'm Devlin Christensen, and with me is Brody Napier. A new chapter begins for the Willamette Valley Jaguars as you are about to witness history. The first professional basketball team coached by an all-women coaching staff. Head coach Mary Stade is making her coaching debut against her former team, the Salem Capitals. With an exciting matchup in the works, the Jaguars are still hunting their first victory in franchise history. Brody, if they want today to be the day, what needs to go right for the Jaguars?
And you know what an absolutely outstanding opportunity for the Jaguars to make a statement here. An all-new head coach taking the reins of this Jaguars team. They're 0-7 on the season, but just an awesome moment here for the Jaguars. Devlin, they have to guard without fouling. It's going to be a really good day today for this Jaguars team, and just a great opportunity ahead of them in these following couple hours.
Absolutely, Brody. Got a really exciting opportunity here, as you mentioned. And the Capitals, 3-6 on the year. Those 3 victories have come against this Jaguars team. The Jaguars mentioned still hunting that first one. And you would think that the team that's only beaten you is your chance to get that first victory. We've got Cameron Benzel in the center for the Capitals. And it is Jordan Robinson doing the tip-off honors. Robinson's going to win the tip back to Gurley. Mix is going to sit up top, move the ball around now. Get it to the star, Jordan Robinson, working early. Gets that one up, no good. We'll see a foul here. That one's going to be on the ground after the shot. Looks like it's on Jordan Robinson.
Well, excellent defense to start off the game for the Capitals, just playing some firm defense there without fouling Robinson, not letting him get to the free throw line, able to get a stop on the first possession of the game.
Robinson, a big physical body who clashes down low. Just about every player he gets the chance to, he's going to be physical down there. Capitals now moving the ball around quickly. Gentry's going to get the first shot for them. That one no good.
Yeah, great ball movement on that possession and a good look from beyond the arc. Just didn't fall that time. Those are the right kind of shots to shoot.
Stevens is trying to get something going up top, guarded by Devontae Cleveland. Early will drive, spin back, Try to flick it up with the left hand. That one is no good. Now Cleveland and Price. Price will facilitate at the half-court mark. Gets it to Gentry. Benzel didn't have to take a dribble, but couldn't get the dunk to go right there. They get the offensive rebound, and the cleanup is good for the first points of the game. 2-0 Capitals.
Yeah, great entry pass down low to the block off the hand of Cleveland.
Troy Mix trying to get something going right here. Loses that one. Asks for the call, can't get it. Now in transition are the Capitals. Fundamental right there. Moving the ball in transition and getting the wide open layup for Cleveland. Stevens loses his footing a little bit, gets it out to L.J. Robinson. He'll drive. Left-handed layup is no good. But there's Jordan Robinson with the cleanup. Can't get his follow to go.
The Jaguars just need to see the ball go into the rim here. Just a lid to start off the game on the basket.
Jags looking like they're rushing a little bit. I'd like to see him settle in a little bit more. Price is going to drive, lose the ball right there. L.J. Robinson's going to go over him and throw it behind, trying to get that one off of Price's leg, but it'll stay Capitals ball.
Excellent effort that time by L.J. Robinson on the defensive side of the ball. Diving onto the hardwood to try and keep that ball in play, just barely falling out of bounds that time, but regardless, excellent effort there on defense.
Tyreek Price is going to inbound. Guard from Ohio. Capitals team is moving the ball around. Here's a three in the corner from Price. That one is no good. Jaguars now trying to get it down low to trouble Mix. And Cleveland almost had a really exciting save right there, but chose not to throw it backwards and give up the potential transition. 4-on-5. Gurley's going to inbound right here. Ace Stevens at the wing. Gets that one to Troy Mix Jr. He'll get a three up. That one's just a bit long. Now Mauricio Smith won't hesitate to get a three up. That one's no good as well. Ace Stevens pushing in transition. He'll get it right to Jordan Robinson, who goes up, gets blocked. Another offensive rebound for him, but he just can't follow through yet.
And right underneath the basket, that's exactly where you want the ball. And that's the player you want to see with the ball if you're a fan of the Jaguars. Just couldn't execute that time, but it's going to stay Jags ball here, inbounding from the baseline.
Substitution right here. Jack Boydell is going to enter the game for Isaiah Gentry, who's walking off the floor just a little gingerly. Hope everything's all right on that front. Ace Stevens is going to get it down low, go right up. There's the first points of the game for your Willamette Valley Jaguars.
And points at last for the Jags. Now down by just 2 points. It's just a one-possession game here early on in the first.
Cleveland and Price back and forth. Price is going to drive and be swatted by Robinson. Can't come into his paint.
And it's a block party here in Corvallis High School. Jordan Robinson with authority, rising up to the rim and putting that ball out of bounds.
Price will get it back up top. Cleveland now 3 seconds on the shot clock. Cleveland's going to have to force one up. Goes up and under. Rebound for Robinson. He'll push it. Slow it down just a little bit. Get it to the other Robinson. Swing to Stevens in the corner. Three ball is good. Ace Stevens.
Big time bucket there from Stevens in the corner. The Jags take the lead 5-4.
Boydell's gonna get a three up on his first touch, and that one's silky smooth right down for the Capitals.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Right there, Jack Boydell checks in off the bench. The first time the ball touches his hands, he puts it right inside the basket.
Now L.J. Robinson sizing up the defender, picks up his dribble. Stevens will drive, his layup no good. Capitals getting their offense set up. Capitals team swinging the ball around very quickly, but Gurley's going to block the jump shot from Price right there. Price will go between the legs of Jordan Robinson, trying to pick up that loose ball.
Yeah, a bit of a scrappy play that time. Both players getting on the ground, trying to keep the ball in their possession. Here we go. It's going to be Jags basketball down by 2.
Now a couple substitutions right here. You got Tavion Johnson and Ryan Boyce coming into the game. Johnson seeing his first action after missing 4 games with a hamstring injury. It's a big absence for the Jaguars. He's got it up top. He's going to waste no time driving, being strong. He'll lose the ball. Benzel will slow it down. Moving that ball around once again. Cleveland's going to fake a shot, get it out to Smith. Mauricio Smith, three-pointer is good. Didn't have any threes in that last matchup against this Jaguars team. Gets his second shot to go.
Yeah, tough bucket that time from Smith at the top of the arc. Able to put that one home for 3 points.
Jordan Robinson drives and kicks it out to Ace Stevens. Loses it a bit. He'll take a spin jumper on Devontae Cleveland. That one no good. And quite the surprise, another offensive rebound for Jordan Robinson. Wide open, Ryan Boyce. Tavion Johnson, offensive cleanup on the glass. He'll get the layup to go.
Excellent effort there from Johnson. Got the ball, took a power dribble underneath the basket and put it home for 2.
Boydell's 3-ball, no good. Jaguars looking to push in transition now. Boyce steps into the mid-range and sinks it.
Well, the Jags looking solid here when they take care of the ball. When it's in their possession, they're finding good looks and putting the ball in the basket.
Just a 1-point deficit for the Jaguars. Score is 9-10. Just under 6 minutes to play in this one. Ball almost lost by the Capitals, but Boydell's going to get up another 3. That one's going to go down as well. Jack Boydell starting hot today. Now Tavion Johnson's going to fake a couple passes in the post. Take a turnaround spin jumper and sink it. Picking up right where he left off. Tavion Johnson is back for you Jaguars.
Yeah, Johnson looking sharp here to start off the game. Needed no time whatsoever to get going. His first game back.
Now a trap in the corner. Capitals move it around quickly. Cleveland's going to drive, try and make a pass and lose it. Gurley's going to push, get it to Tavion Johnson, who will get the shot up, and a blocking foul by Tyreek Price. Body's hitting the floor on that play.
And the Capitals bench not happy with the blocking call. They thought for sure that should have been a charge and an offensive foul.
Well, we'll take a timeout right here. We're going to be right back after a quick break, but we do want to give a big thank you to our sponsors, CNC Woodcutters and Miguel's Lawn Service, doing some great work in the Willamette Valley area. We'll be right back after this timeout on TBL TV.
Like, I have limited data. I don't have unlimited. And I'm, like, almost used up. So it's like, yeah. I'm just looking for something. Like, I wish I could use the school Wi-Fi, but it just immediately boots me from the Discord. Yeah, it does.
Also, we'd like to visit our sponsors, GER Lawn Care and Red Water.
Coming out of that break right here, do you want to catch up on all the action you've missed? Be sure to sign up for the TBL TV League Pass. For $99.99, you'll be able to follow your favorite teams, watch games live, or replay them anytime. Join our team and watch yours at tbltv.tv. Brody, just a 2-point game here. A little bit under 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Both teams We haven't seen a lot of offense so far, but what have you seen from this Jaguars team so far?
Yeah, the Jaguars, they haven't looked, too off here to start off the game. A couple of possessions where it seems like they've gotten a little ahead of themselves, maybe a little too quick, lost the ball. But for the most part, they're getting good looks. They're putting the ball in the basket after maybe a bit of a slow start just the first couple of minutes there where they couldn't get the lid off the rim. They put the ball in the basket a couple of times. Now about Tavion Johnson going to the free throw line here. He's off to an excellent start after missing a couple of games. And it's just a 2-point ball game here, so a really competitive start.
You said it, Brody. Tavion Johnson's return. Jaguars fans have awaited it. 6'8" forward, really strong and quick. And he's been really good for them in the games that he's played. He was an absence that was greatly missed as he misses that first free throw. An attempt to push his point total to 3 early in this one. Gets that second free throw to go. Just a 1-point game here. Devontae Cleveland is going to take it across. Now guarded by Josiah Thompson and Brandon Hansen, both checking into the game for the first time. Now Benzel's got it down low. Kick it all the way out to Cleveland for a 3. Benzel's going to get the rebound. He'll miss the jump shot, point blank range. Now Josiah Thompson stumbles a little bit, no call. Brandon Hansen is going to work up top. Now LJ Robinson says clear out. His 3 balls off to the left. Now Tyreek Price controlling the offense.
Yeah, neck-and-neck ball game here. Let's see if either team can pull away with the lead.
Defense pressing up now. Mauricio Smith, middle of that zone. Pass to Boydell. His layup is no good, but then that ball's going to be tipped up towards the shot clock. That'll be out of bounds. Jaguars basketball. Still a 1-point game here, 12-13 in favor of the Capitals. Just under 4 minutes to go now. Been a close one so far. Capitals are moving that ball around quickly. You'll see Preston Whitfield check into the game for the first time. Was electric in that last game against the Jaguars. Had 25 points, was really controlling the pace of the offense, and proved to be a real weapon for this Capitals team, especially when they pulled away in that late third quarter. Whitfield's fingerprints were all over that one. Ball's in. Josiah Thompson, guarded by Cleveland. He'll push it across half court. Now LJ trying to get something going once again. He'll drive strong with the right hand and can't get the layup. Now Cleveland pushing. Here's Whitfield. Benzel trying to establish some position down low. Physical with Tavion Johnson. Cleveland's going to drive, be fouled. Both Josiah Thompson and Hansen thought that they tied him up for a jump ball. That one's going to be taken out at the hash.
And we've already seen a couple of physical, scrappy plays here early on in this game, and such a close, competitive ball game. These teams have obviously seen each other a couple of times already this season. They're not afraid to get aggressive early on.
Yeah, you mentioned that physicality. You're absolutely right. In all the matchups that we've seen so far from both of these teams, it's been a real physical matchup. Bodies hitting the ground hard. Seen a lot of fouls. Ball's loose in the air here, but Hansen's going to secure it. He's going to step into a 3. That one off the back rim. Now the Capitals have numbers. Boydell's layup, no good. Rebound Mauricio Smith. He's going to lose it, and he'll dribble it on the baseline. Jaguars getting a tough stop right there after what looked like was going to be a bucket on that 3-on-1 fast break. Any thoughts here so far, Brody?
Well, certainly it looked like just an easy opportunity for the Capitals to extend their 1-point lead, make it a 3-point ball game. And Boydell unable to execute there on the right-handed layup. And then the Capitals get their own rebound. Looked like a great chance. Once again, just put that ball right back up and in. But how about the Jaguars playing that scrappy, tough defense underneath the basket, able to come away with the basketball and keep this one just a 1-point game. Now they need to start making some of these shots. They're getting good looks from beyond the arc, open looks at the rim, but they just haven't put the ball in the basket, Devlin. And at the end of the day, it's a simple game. You got to put the ball in the basket. Got to execute on these open looks and take advantage of the good opportunities that they're being given. So I'm sure that's something we're going to see as the game progresses and as they get more comfortable out there on the hardwood, they're going to start making more of these open shots.
Yeah, you said it, Brody. At the end of the day, it is just a game of who puts the ball in the basket more, and Jaguars missing some point-blank shots right there. They'll hope to clean that up after this timeout. 2:58 left to play in this first quarter, and we talked about that physicality, but as you saw, the play right before this timeout, Jaguars wouldn't give up on a 3-on-2 fast break in the Capitals' favor, and after some offensive rebounds and then guarding that offensive rebound by Mauricio Smith, they were able to get the ball back, showing that intensity. In that last game in this same building, the Capitals didn't necessarily come out very slow, but the Jaguars came out much faster than we've seen them through all of this year. Really, that's the only game that I've seen them come out with that intensity, especially on the defensive end, but you're seeing it here, and it's been really impactful so far.
Yeah, absolutely, and this has really been, just because these teams aren't scoring at the highest clip that we've seen all year, it's been a battle, and specifically you could talk about the defense and how both of these teams have been playing really tough defense. But you could almost say the same for the Capitals. The way they've moved the ball here, there's been some really crisp passes around the court, getting that ball across the court, finding the open players. It's been really sharp passing so far for the Salem team, and I expect to see some of those deep range shots falling for them as well as this game progresses.
You're absolutely right, Brody. As we get play started here, I want to give a quick thank you to sponsors GER Lawn Care and Harrington Realty Group as Cameron Boyce steps right into a three. Give a big thank you to our sponsors as the Jags now take a 2-point lead.
And there it is. They put the ball in the basket. It was another open look from beyond the arc, able to execute that time, and now on the other end of the floor playing that scrappy defense once again.
You see this defense in a zone right here. They're trapping the ball. Benzel's going to get it down low, go right into Johnson, but his layup is no good. Josiah Thompson taking it across. Benzel can't get that layup to go, but that doesn't change anything about his defensive effort. Flying around and tips that ball out of bounds. Hansen is going to inbound for the Jaguars. Brandon Hansen, in that last game against the Capitals, caught fire to start, hit 3 straight threes to begin the game, and ended up with 4 on the day. Now Boyce in the corner. 3 ball, good! Ryan Boyce is back, ladies and gentlemen. Another player, somewhat like Tavion Johnson, missed some time with an injury. Only 5 minutes played in that last game against the Capitals, but he hit 2 threes, and 2 threes already in this one as Angel tries to answer, but can't. Boydell's going to clean up down low.
A bullseye from Boyce in the left corner, and then some excellent ball movement on the other end for the Capitals, just unable to execute on their open shot from beyond the arc.
Josiah Thompson with a careless pass right here, and Preston Whitfield's going to take it all the way. There's going to be a foul on that first shot. Tavion Johnson came in trying to block it. Benzel had a pretty exciting slam right there, but doesn't look like it's going to count. Tavion Johnson's going to get rung up for the foul.
And that's going to put Whitfield at the line. A chance to shoot 2, and in a play like that, you want to make the player earn him from the line rather than giving up the wide open layup.
Whitfield, great free throw shooter, the best on this team, shooting at a 86.8% clip, but can't get that one to go. Keep the Jaguars lead at 3 points. Now a chance to cut it to just 2. You see Isaac Gurley, Jordan Robinson come back into this game for Tavion Johnson and LJ Robinson.
Yeah, rare miss from the charity stripe there off the hands of Whitfield.
Gets the second one to go. Now Boyce and Gurley will take it across. Boyce is going to get right into the lane and go. He'll be fouled on his step back mid-range. And Ryan Boyce, I talk about how he only played 5 minutes in that last game against the Capitals. Had a back issue going on, but came in and hit 2 threes, but after that, exited the game pretty quickly, didn't come back in. There was some concern about if he was all right, but just a minor back injury and was good for the next game. But Ryan Boyce has looked like the primary scorer here for the Jaguars off the bench. Can't get that free throw to go, though.
Yeah, I mean, got to give Boyce a lot of credit. Gets the ball in his hands, gets right down that left lane to the spot he wants to put the ball up at. Unable to execute on the shot, but he got at the foul. Now at the line, has a chance to put one on the board.
This is both free throws. Boyce can't get either to go, and Dominique Lawrence with the rebound. Now Carlos Angel Jr. taking it across. You see the Capitals moving that ball around consistently. Whitfield's going to drive, dump it off to Benzel. There's a fundamental layup to tie the game at 18.
Yeah, excellent ball movement that time for the Capitals, finding the wide open Benzel on that left block. An easy finish for 2 points.
Boyce is going to step into another three. That one hits nothing. A little bit long. 52 seconds here to go in this one as the Capitals will take it across. Got a clock issue right here as the scorekeepers started the clock early. Carlos Angel was trying to let that ball roll. Clock's going to be reset to 52 seconds. Currently reads 49.9. They got that one fixed for us. Here's the inbound. Angels got it, and the clock will run this time. Now, Lawrence and Angel controlling it up top, getting it over to Whitfield. Zone working so far for the Jaguars. Lawrence takes a tough fadeaway at the free throw line. Right elbow jumper is good.
Yeah, moving jumper there for Lawrence from 15 feet out. Nothing but net. Just a tough finish, like you said, Devlin, that time with the hand right in his face.
And Dominique Lawrence hasn't really been known for his scoring with this team. He's been really their primary perimeter defender, and he's been a great rebounder so far, but he's averaging just 4.4 points on the year and scored 6 in that last matchup against the Jags, but getting a tough shot to go. Now Gurley's going to dump it off to Robinson. He's going to shovel it down low to Boyce. Left-handed hook is good for Ryan Boyce. He's looking comfortable out there. Whitfield guarded by Hansen. Hansen's going to get the pick and play. Is going to be hacked at on that layup attempt. Ball out off of the Capitals. It'll remain Jaguars ball.
But how about the play there from Brandon Hansen, taking the ball to go? An excellent play. It's Jags basketball in a tie ball game.
Whitfield's got a pretty tight handle. You don't see him have that ball poked out too often, but just a couple seconds here. Whitfield's going to take it across, have to pull up at the buzzer. That one no good. Just a little bit to the right. We got a tie game here after that first quarter, 20-20. We're going to take a quick break, but not before we remind you, Wooder Apparel provides the official jerseys and merchandise of the TBL, offering custom team gear and top quality uniforms. To order your favorite team's custom apparel, go to the live stream chat and click on the banner now. We're going to be right back after this break on TBL TV.
Also, fans, be sure to join us here tomorrow as your Willamette Valley Jaguars take on the Montana Electric. That's tomorrow, 4
Welcome back from that break right here on TVL TV. A couple substitutions right here. You do see Isaiah Gentry re-enter this game. He left earlier after what looked like a brief ankle roll, something. Sent him to the bench for most of that first quarter. He plays the most minutes on this team at almost 36 a game. We'll see how he's feeling out there. They get it out to Angel at the wing, and shooters shoot. That's what Angel does. Gets the 3 ball to go. 3-point lead for the Capitals.
Yeah, and the Jags come out, start off the second quarter in that zone, and something that the Capitals have done a great job of is they're passing and finding open shots from beyond the arc, so they do just that on that first possession.
Gurley's going to work the defender, and his mid-range jumper won't go. There's a rebound for Jason Conrad, president of basketball operations for this team. 35-year-old 7-footer, played all over the world. Came back to bring some basketball to Salem, Oregon. 3-ball no good for the Capitals right there. Hansen guarded by Gentry. Now they'll go back to Boyce. Gurley's going to get a 3-ball up. That one's no good. Hansen with an offensive rebound. Don't see that too often. Jordan Robinson coming down the lane, kicks it out in the corner for Isaac Gurley. Gets the 3-ball.
Awesome shot from beyond the arc that time by Gurley, but I want to talk about Hansen and just the effort he's had, and there he gets a steal, takes it the other way. He's just doing the tough, gritty work here in this game for the Jaguars, and the effort he's putting in, it's making a difference on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you talk about the gritty work right there. He doesn't get the foul on that shot, but he's got a long way down to the floor as Gurley cleans it up for 2 points. Now Jordan Robinson gets a steal, leads the team, 2.1 per game. He wastes no time getting it down the floor. Tries to get position back, but he's blocked by Lawrence. Here's Gentry on the fast break, and Hansen's going to swipe down. Just a pretty intentional foul right there. No thought about that one. And Gentry took some offense to it, but he'll shoot 2 at the line.
And I don't hate the play by Hansen. You want to make the player earn him at the line, especially in a close game like this. Jags are up by 2. You want to hold on to that lead. Can't give them anything easy out there.
Especially Gentry. That's the last guy you want to get going. Last game, he just took 14 shots in that one and found his groove, scoring 28 points and had a chance at 30 points, but missed both free throws at the line in the fourth quarter to hit that 30-point mark. And he's the second best free throw shooter on the team, was the best before those shots, shooting at a 83.3% clip. Here's the first one. Chance to tie it again right here. Gentry's free throw. Second one is good. We're tied at 25 here. The clock passes 10 minutes. Robinson's got it up top. He's going to go to work on Jason Conrad. Can't get anything right there. Little mix-up down at the baseline, and Troy Mix tries to throw it off the defense, but that'll be out of bounds off of Mix. Capitals ball once again.
Seeing a couple of turnovers here. First, the Jaguars forced 2 in a row. And for a second, I'm thinking, okay, well, they're starting to get some momentum building the other way. But then an excellent play there. Just some awesome defense down low for the Capitals, able to get that ball right back in a tie ball game.
A little bit of a mix-up right here with the substitutions. L.J. Robinson tried to enter the game and was told he had to wait until the next dead ball. Angel's going to size up right here. Lawrence has got it. Moving it around, gets it to Whitfield, down in the paint. He'll go up. Bit of contact right there. Looked like it was mostly at the point of the ball, but Whitfield's going to be fouled. Go back to the line for 2 more shots.
Devlin, we talked about this before the game even started. You got to guard without fouling here. You can't give this Capitals team just free throws all over the place. They shoot about 77% on the season. And in such a close competitive game like this one, we're in a tie ball game as it stands right now, free throws could absolutely be a difference maker. So as far as the Jags defense goes, they've played some solid defense, but they have to be able to guard without fouling and then just take care of that a little bit better going forward.
That's a great point, Brody. We talked about it in most of these games that you're right, defending without fouling has been a real problem for the Jaguars. We've seen some really high free throw counts for opposing teams. Whitfield's going to get both to go and take a 2-point lead for the Capitals. Now Robinson to Robinson. LJ's going to drive, take it back outside. He's guarded by Gentry. Now Gurley working it with Johnson. Johnson gets the 3 ball to go.
How about Davion Johnson? Drops in the tray. And a warm welcome back here after missing a few games.
Here's another steal for Jordan Robinson. Lifts off and lays that one in gently. Now a 3-point lead. Lawrence got it in the corner, fakes the shot. Now the dangerous Preston Whitfield, guarded by LJ Robinson, kicks it out to Lawrence for the 3 ball.
Excellent shot that time for Lawrence. The hand right in his eyes, still made it.
Boyce tries to answer. LJ Robinson will get the rebound and he'll put it right back up. Jordan Robinson going to work as he usually does, tipping that ball up, and it'll stay Jaguars ball after a bit of battling down low for that rebound. Now Tavion Johnson gets another 3 up. That one just a bit short. That ball's going to be out off of Ryan Boyce.
And back and forth we go, Devlin. It's a 30-30 ball game. Both of these teams just going at it with each other.
You're right. Every time one gets some momentum, the other team is just snatching it right from them. Been a good one so far. Lawrence is going to get right into the paint. Change his mind, kick it out to Angel, who will lose it. Johnson ended up with the ball. Now your Jaguars taking it across, and Gurley's gonna pull back for another 3. That one no good. Rebound for Lawrence. Preston Whitfield gonna kick it out to Isaiah Gentry. His 3 ball is no good. Gentry's really dangerous from out there. Don't want to give him too many looks like that one. Gurley's going to clear out, get the ball to LJ Robinson. Now Jaguars moving the ball around, and Jordan Robinson's going to drive strong right at the 7-footer Jason Conrad, laid up at the left.
What a tough finish that time, off the hands of Robinson, getting to the rack, putting the ball off the glass and in its home.
Whitfield cutting across the middle. He'll get it and be blitzed by 3 Jaguars defenders. It'll be a foul on the ground right there as he stepped through and tried to get a shot up. Gentry's going to inbound. Just 7 minutes and 11 to go in this first half of action. Whitfield's got it. He's going to drive strong on Gurley. Can't get that one to go. Now moving the ball down the floor pretty quickly are the Jaguars. Johnson gets it right back after a tipped pass. Now Robinson's going to drive strong, lose it. Dominique Lawrence's hands are everywhere. Here he is again trying to get the poster, but I wouldn't try that on Jordan Robinson if I were you. Sends that one out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, a nice effort there going up with some authority, but you're going up against an absolute brick wall in Jordan Robinson. He's not going to let that fly. That ball is not going over him. And he humbles the offensive player there just a little bit with the rejection.
We've got a timeout right here. We want to give a thank you to our sponsors, Hop Valley Brewing Company and Locust Marketing, Albany Civic Theater Spotlight, and we're going to have the Albany Civic Theater come and talk at this little break right here. Us on TBL TV, we're going to send you to a quick break for this timeout as the Jaguars lead 32-30. We've got a nail biter here with plenty of time left to go. We'll be right back on TBL TV. Coming out of that Jaguars timeout right here, it's going to be Capitals ball down low after that ferocious block from Jordan Robinson. Dominique Lawrence tried to put him on a poster. But as Brody said, that's a brick wall in the paint. I wouldn't try that on him. Gentry's going to inbound for the Salem Capitals. Get it right to Whitfield, who's wide open under the hoop. The Jaguars just a plain defensive lapse right there. Nothing else you can say about that one. LJ Robinson getting the ball and getting downhill. Dumps it off to Jordan Robinson. He fouled pretty hard trying to rise up in the paint right there. And Robinson going to the line. Hasn't been the best free throw shooter so far this year. Has had probably more shots that have rimmed in and out at the free throw line than anybody I've seen this year, for sure. But gets that one to go. Scoring 17.9 points per game. And we've hinted at that big game that he had last time. You could probably hear the Salem Capitals fans bringing some noise makers for every Jags free throw attempt. Whitfield's going to hustle down the floor and float one up and in. Some urgency right there from Preston Whitfield.
Whitfield wasting no time, a little Euro step floater finish. The Capitals take a 1-point lead and get the ball right back.
Miscommunication right there between Gurley and Johnson. Whitfield's mid-range, no good. Johnson's going to take it in transition. Stop on a dime, get a midi up, but that one is just a little too short.
Yeah, great look that time for Johnson. Might as well have been a free throw.
There's Gentry. He's going to take the one dribble pull-up. That's butter. Now it's a 3-point lead for the Salem Capitals.
And it feels like the Jaguars really need to get a solid offensive possession here, make a good shot.
Right on cue. You've got the magic today, Brody. Tavion Johnson's back bringing some magic of his own. His second three of the day. Angel tries to answer, and Robinson, that rebound's just bit behind his head and accidentally swats that one out of bounds. Salem catches a lucky break right there. The three ball was no good, but they'll retain possession.
Yeah, and LJ Robinson just had a smile on that play, said, yeah, that's my bad right there. And, you know, things like that happen in the game of basketball all the time. You see it every game. It's just an unfortunate play, but certainly it happens.
Price will take the inbound. Shot clock reads 14 because of that rebounding mishap. Cleveland's going to get right into the lane and flip one up. A whole lot of Jaguars defenders with their hands in the air. And Ryan Boyce gets the call on him. He has no clue how he was whistled for that one. But looks like there's going to be, that one was called on the ground, actually, not on Cleveland's shot attempt. So it will be taken out of bounds. Once again, Gentry to inbound.
Yeah, and it's a tie ball game once again. It's just been back and forth. Neither team really able to take much of a lead. Well, you know, it's been mostly a one-possession ball game throughout a large portion of this first half, and it's been such a, oh, wow, what a good pass. Just such a competitive game so far.
You're right. A great pass right there, Brody. Just threading the needle down low to Cameron Benzel, the big man. feasting on that layup. Now Ace Stevens is back in the game. Early going to work. Shot clock reads 10. He'll find LJ Robinson right under the hoop, and he'll get the layup to go.
Isaac Early with a nice pass on the other end of the floor. I mean, these players know where to find their teammates. The chemistry's starting to flow a little bit as the season's progressed, and just 2 tough passes back to back.
Price is going to be left wide open and nail it. Can't leave anybody that open, but Tyreek Price hits that 3.
And the Jags will pay the price there as Tyreek Price nails it from a couple of feet beyond the arc.
I see what you did there. Ace Stevens can't answer. Rebound to Salem. Price is going to slow it down. Benzel is really fighting for that position down low. Now, swinging that ball from each side of the court. Gentry's going to step into a 3. That one, no good. Rebound to Ace Stevens. Now Isaac Gurley, a little hesitation. Getting it down low to Tavion Johnson. Guarded by Benzel. And he's going to be blitzed from behind by Gentry. Cleveland makes the smart decision to stop on a dime as Tavion Johnson is flying in, but Dominique Lawrence is cleaning up right there, and Johnson just doesn't give up, but he's going to be whistled for the foul on that one. Tough break right there for the Jaguars.
And not much Johnson can do there. It's a 2-on-1 situation. He's standing underneath the basket. Played just an excellent effort that time on defense, able to get back in time and force a miss on the first shot. Unfortunately, in a 2-on-1 like that, not much you can do.
Johnson, a very physical player, gets whistled right there. Lawrence is going to shoot 2 free throws right here. He looked like he was meditating, waiting for that ball right there. Gets the first one to go. Dominique Lawrence is already scoring almost as much as he did in that first one. He had just 6 points in that first game across almost 30 minutes of play. He's got 5 right here with a chance to tie that point total. Gets both to go. Lawrence has had an impact here early. Hanson facilitating. Tavion Johnson hits another 3, and Benzel's just sagging off a little too hard right there. Johnson hyped up.
How about Tavion Johnson making it happen from way downtown once again? It's just a 2-point ball game here. What's been so back and forth in this first half.
Cleveland, crafty layup, bounces in and out. You mentioned Tavion Johnson. He's bringing the energy right now. He took a hit to the face right there, and that post up from Cameron Benzel just embraced it. Tavion Johnson is a true basketball freak. We're going to head to another timeout right here. Just under 3 minutes to play in this one. We do want to said a big thank you to the NAACP Lynn Benton branch. Thank you for supporting your Willamette Valley Jaguars. We're going to take a quick break right here. We'll be right back after this timeout for 3 more minutes of action on TBL TV. coming out of this timeout right here, got to see a really exciting game, a knockout from the fans right there, and it's going to stay Capitals ball. Tyreek Price is going to inbound under the hoop, and we've had a lot of emphasis on Tavion Johnson early in this one. Scored 14 points already, just averages 11 on the year in those 4 games played before this one. He's making a real impact on the offensive end of the ball. Gentry gets it over to Cleveland. Now Gentry's going to size up L.J. Robinson, dump it off. Dominique Lawrence, another tough fadeaway. That one's going to be a shot clock violation. Missed everything on that fade. Great defense from the Jaguars right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out of that timeout, and the Jags applying pressure quickly there. Down by just 2, and a great opportunity here to tie this ball game back up.
Jaguars are moving around up top. Now Ryan Boyce is going to step back in the mid-range and sink another one. Boyce is looking comfortable out there. Former University of Memphis player. You get coached by a legend like Penny Hardaway. You know how to play the game.
Yeah, and that was an athletic step back there, stepping way back towards that right elbow, able to sink the shot as well to tie this one up.
Stevens is going to reach on the drive by Lawrence right there, get whistled for the foul. That one does look like it was on the way up. There's going to be 2 more shots for Dominique Lawrence, who's really shown his impact on that offensive end. We mentioned that he was a very defensive-focused player. I'm a fan of this little thing he does before his free throws. He looks like he's just taking a second, meditating almost.
That's what it certainly seems like. He has his hands out in some sort of a pose there and just taking some deep breaths, trying to tune out the noise and put the ball in the basket. That's what he's at the line to do.
And it seems to be working for him so far. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Here's the 4th one. 4th free throw is good for Dominique Lawrence. Jaguars swinging it around. Ace Stevens is going to catch and shoot. That one misses the rim. Now Cleveland gets downhill almost all the way to the hoop. Kicks it out to Tyreek Price. Hits his 2nd 3 of the day. And Boyce is trying to answer. Wide open in the corner. Can't get his to go. Just a minute and a half left to play in this one. Cleveland's going to dump it down low to Benzel. Tries to go up on the left side, and Boyce comes flying in. Gets some ball, but probably a little bit more arm right there. Foul from Ryan Boyce.
Yeah, and here's the Capitals, and they're trying to pull away here going into halftime. They're doing an excellent job. Got a guy like Tyreek Price, who's cash money from way downtown, making a shot there. And then they just continue to get to the free throw line, possession after possession. And they're making those shots as well, doing a nice job at the charity stripe.
Benzel, these are going to be his first shots of the game at the free throw line. First one is just short for the 6'9", Oregon native. 6'8", excuse me. Got my numbers mixed up. But Benzel looks every piece of 6'8", big physical body, but can't get either free throw to go. Now, Boyce looking for something. Stevens almost loses it, picks it back up. Gets fouled right there. Turn around and gets a shot up after the foul is called, and that one is, he's arguing that he was going up right there, but I think everybody in the building knows that that's just the case he's making for some extra free throws.
Going up, facing away from the basket. I'm not buying that one, but here's a good look.
Boyce, defender falls down. Wide open 3 is no good. Price, Euro. Boyce reaches over him, gets the block. Now Jaguars trying to go quick. Davion's going to get another 3. No good right there. Open offensive rebound for Ryan Boyce. Now Ace Stevens going to slow it down a little bit. Step back for the three. He's not going to shoot the three. And LJ Robinson goes up and under with the layup. Can't get that one to go. Just a heartbreaking possession right there for the Jaguars. A lot of opportunities, couldn't capitalize.
They were close, that ball going in and out, but a great effort there from Boise. Missed the shot on one end and got back to play some defense. Came away with a block that led to that possession, but still a 5-point ball game.
Gentry trying to get the 2-for-1, gets a 3 up. Rebound to Mauricio Smith. Hansen is going to come flying in and just tip that one out of bounds. 30.3 seconds on the clock. It's going to stay with Salem.
And the Jaguars, they want to at least keep this ball game within 5 going into halftime. But it's Capitals ball here with 30 seconds to go in the half.
Inbound is to Benzel. Price is going to get a wide open lane and take it right to the cup. Now a 7-point lead. Hansen loses it a little bit. Trying to call a timeout after diving on the ball. Looks like he's going to get it. Looks like he's not going to get it.
Huh.
There's going to be a jump ball call right there.
Really?
Hansen dove on the ball. Looked like he had possession and was calling timeout from probably even before he had possession, but can't get the call right there. It's going to be a jump ball.
Certainly seemed like a play that should have been called and respected as a timeout, but an interesting choice that time is, you're right, Devlin, it is going to be a jump ball, and look at that, Capitals get the ball back.
Rice winning that tip. Hansen's going to foul Cleveland just at that halfway mark, right by that Corvallis Spartans logo. 16 and a half seconds left in this one. So Cleveland's going to go to the line, shoot 2 free throws now. Chance to extend this to a 9-point lead. Jaguars really need to get one more bucket going into the break. First free throw for Devontae Cleveland is good. Cleveland, the third best scorer on this team, averaging just 0.2 more points than the big man Cameron Benzel. Gets both free throws to go. Now 15 seconds for the Jaguars. Hansen crosses up Price, gets the reverse layup to fall. Nice move from Brandon Hansen. Now 5 seconds to defend for the Jaguars. Gentry gets a wide open 3, fading in the corner. That one's no good. We're gonna go to halftime with a score of 45-52. Your Jaguars down 7 points. What do they need to do, Brody, during this halftime break to collect themselves and come out? Now to come back after this short. It's a pretty surmountable deficit.
Absolutely. It's just a 7-point game here, the 52-45 score. And it was tied just a couple of minutes ago, Devlin. With 2 minutes to go, it was a tie ball game here in this first half of play. So there's nothing to really panic about. If you're, if you're the Jaguars here going into the half, you just have to play solid basketball. It's a game of runs, Devlin, and the Capitals went on probably their best run of the game, honestly, there in these last couple of minutes of the first half. And so if you're the Jaguars, just calm down, collect yourself. You got to value every possession. Can't have those turnovers with the balls rolling down the court, going into the hands of the Capitals, or I guess it went to a jump ball that time. But you just have to value every possession, get those good shots, and rely on the guys who've been playing solid so far. You know, guys like Tavion Johnson who've been making shots, and Ryan Boyce, and get the ball in those players' hands for some open looks. And it's absolutely still a winnable game here for the Jaguars.
I absolutely agree with you, Brody. Made some great points right there. Before we go to half, we want to give a thank you to our photo booth sponsor, Fitzpatrick Painting. And the official game ball of the TBL is provided by Baden Sports. And for over 40 years, Baden has delivered top quality equipment supporting the passion for a better game. Go to badensports.com for more information. If you want to stay updated on the basketball league, any news, signings, scores, follow the Basketball League on social media. We're going to send it to half right here on TBL TV. But we'll be right back for the second half of Salem Capitals versus Willamette Valley Jaguars.
There it is. All right. Ready to go, buddy? All right. Kurt, we ready to go when you are. Ready, set, go. Wait. You gotta wait till you can't move when it's no music. I just said go to the music. You gotta wait for the music. The music is gonna go. Oh, I thought I got some of y'all. Okay. Got it. Oh, that's two. I got you two right there. Ah, you got it all. You got it all. All right, you got our winner. Everybody give a round of applause for her. All right, man. I got a sweater. For you. So I got a sweater over for you. The rest of the time, y'all can go get a shoe. Have fun.
Welcome back to Salem Capitals versus Willamette Valley Jaguars on TBL TV. We've had a really exciting game so far. Jaguars trailing by just 7 coming out of this halftime break. Scored 45-52. Brody, what do you want to see from the Jaguars right here to hopefully win this game?
Yeah, well, it was neck and neck, Devlin, just a couple of minutes before halftime. I think with 2 minutes to go, it was a tie ball game. And then the Capitals went on just a bit of a run in the later stages of that first half. It's still anybody's ball game, certainly here coming into half number 2. I'd like to see the Jaguars value these possessions just a little more. Looked a little sloppy there in the closing stages of that first half. And I want to see them get the ball into the hot hands and the hot shooters. It's been Tavion Johnson really making it happen from beyond the arc. Also, Ryan Boyce doing a nice job putting the ball in the basket. So I expect to see some more from those players here in half number 2.
Yeah, you mentioned before going to that halftime break, basketball is a game of runs, and any fan knows that, but the Capitals getting a little run at the end right there. T. Roy Mix gets the steal.
And that's the way you want to start off the second half, a quick turnover, but then there's another one going the other way.
Bit of a sloppy first half right here. Brody hinted that, and 2 back-to-back turnovers to start this one. Now, Benzel's got it in the corner, throws it right to Ace Stevens. Tries to slow it down a bit and go right up at Devontae Cleveland. Just an awkward layup attempt right there on a 1-on-3 fast break.
And on that play, I think you just need to slow it down a little bit. 3 turnovers to start off the second half. Just let your offense get down the floor and join you there on your side and put that ball in the basket.
Gentry, almost another turnover right there. Cleveland's layup is no good, and the Jags are out in transition. Gurley's wide open in the corner. 3 ball, no good. And Jordan Robinson flashing down low, can't get that offensive rebound.
See, and that's a good shot to take right there. A wide open triple from the right wing, and here's a backcourt violation. So really sloppy play for the Capitals, and it's right here, right now, and the Jags have to take advantage of this sloppy play from the Capitals, start putting that ball in the basket, and they're right back in this one.
We've seen a lot of mistakes so far start this second half. Still no scores yet. Just a minute and a half in, though. Plenty of time left to go. Jaguars, looks like they're going to slow it down a little bit here. Get the ball to Gurley. He's going to take a screen from Troy Mix. No, he won't. He's going to take it into the paint, and looked like he almost had a layup right there, but tried to dump it down to Jordan Robinson, who was pretty crowded down there. It's almost like the Capitals knew that was the plan.
Yeah, I'm surprised he even got the ball into the hands of Robinson there, as he was almost double-teamed there halfway, and so a tough pass to make.
LJ Robinson, that is going to go in and use his body, use his strength down low, and get a pretty open attempt, but just a little too strong on that one. Price is going to work up top. Now into the middle, Mauricio Smith. 10 rebounds in that last game. But nice shimmy move to lose Jordan Robinson, but he can't hit the jump shot. Really slowing it down to get it to Robinson. He's going to swing it out to LJ Robinson at the three-point line. That one no good. Rebound for T. Roy Mix. Troy Mix Jr. is going to not be fouled. There'll be a jump ball. Troy Mix Jr. is fighting for his life down there, and somehow that one's called a jump ball. Looks like he's going to be in the free throw line circle against Isaiah Gentry.
And this is just a tough stretch here for the Jaguars, because it feels like this is their moment to come back. You're down by 7, but look at the Capitals. They haven't gotten anything to go their way since the start of the second half of play. And so the Jaguars have to start executing. They need to find some shots, and there's a turnover right there for Willamette Valley. So just tough breaks for both of these teams, and it'll be interesting to see which team can kind of get out of this sloppy play first.
Yeah, you see that ball go off of the knee of Mix Jr. and across that half-court line for another backcourt violation. You just don't see those very often, and now 2 in the last minute or so. Gentry's going to be left wide open from 3. That one no good, but the last guy you want to leave that open. Now Stevens is going to slow it down for the Jaguars. let Jordan Robinson go to work. Euro loses the ball right there. It looked like there was some contact from Benzel and just an awkward right-handed layup from Robinson, but not enough contact for the whistle.
Yeah, tough step over getting through to the defender. I thought Robinson had an easy finish there, but the ball poked out of his hands, and even worse, it hit his hands last. So it's another lost possession for the Jags.
Bryce is going to find himself wide open in the corner, nail his third triple of the game. That lead is extended to 10.
And, you know, Devlin, it was about time. Eventually, these are pro ball players. They're going to find the shot that they want and put it in the basket. So for the Jags, it felt like that was their golden opportunity to fight their way back into this one, and certainly still an opportunity to do that down 10. But they're going to need to start finding some good looks and executing on their shots.
LJ Robinson's going to get that one all the way out by the logo, drive strong, and what looked like a pretty deliberate goaltend. I'm not afraid to say it. That ball was very clearly on the way down, but a grab block from Cameron Benzel. And Robinson's going to waste no time in transition. Go up and under for the fancy layup.
Yeah, tough finish there, and on the play before absolutely did look like a goaltend on the snatched block. And here we go. They took the lid off the basket once again. Another slow start here in the second half, but the Jaguars trying to fight their way back.
Gentry, another three-point attempt. That one no good, and the Jags just can't reel in that rebound. Goes out of bounds off of them. It's going to stay Salem ball.
Yeah, Jags can't catch a break right now, Devlin, and you know, it's still certainly an opportunity for them to fight their way back into this one, but they're going to need to execute just a little better, and hopefully they can find a couple breaks along the way.
And Isaiah Gentry loses it off the leg that time. Doesn't like the call. But there's Jags ball, and now Gurley taking it across.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen Tavion Johnson to start off the second half. He's over on the bench. You know, someone who was really hot in that first half, and I certainly expected to see him coming out here in half number 2.
Team high 14 points for Tavion as LJ Robinson goes right in and gets a layup to roll down. 6-point lead now for the Capitals. Cleveland's going to drive right down the middle. He's stripped by Gurley. Another foul call. This one against the Jaguars.
Yeah, we talked about it in that first half, Devlin. They're going to have to guard without fouling, because if you give a team like the Capitals, if you get them into the bonus, they're just going to make it happen, and it's going to be all that much harder to come back. Down by 6 right now if you're the Jaguars, but it doesn't help when you're giving them free points at the line.
7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this one. And you talk about the bonus. We emphasized that last weekend, especially in the Salem Capitals game, that it was really, it seemed that the biggest strong suit for the Jaguars was not getting the other team into that bonus early, and that's really what kept them in that game until that late third quarter. But right when the Capitals got into the bonus in the third, they went to the line a handful of times very quickly. And then in that fourth quarter, they reached the bonus with 8 minutes remaining, and things just got out of hand really quickly. Now, Troy Mix Jr. gets a one-legged jumper up. That one's just a bit short. Gentry's going to attack in transition, and Mauricio Smith can't get the layup to go, and Benzel just tries to touch that one in, and he'll get the foul call. Just another tough call for the Jaguars right there, and you just talked about how important it is to defend without fouling, Brody.
Yeah, and that was a tough one right there. I'm not too sure where the foul was on that one. Just a play under the basket that didn't go the Capitals' way, but the whistle was blown regardless, so another foul called against the Willamette Valley Jaguars. And Devlin, we've talked about it before, and it just something they're going to need to clean up here. Certainly still a ball game they can come back in, but something they're going to have to work on, absolutely.
And right before we sent you to timeout, I do want to point out that is the new head coach, Mary Stade, out in that green jacket going to have a conversation with the referees after a mix-up of calls right there. And head coach in her first game doesn't like that one very much. Want to give a thank you to sponsors Southpaw's Pizza and Sports Bar right here, as got a exciting little competition right here that we'll carry through with you. We've got Braden Long of the Jaguars, probably the best shooter on this team, hasn't missed a three-pointer all year, doing a little free throw competition against a young fan, and Long is automatic. Got fan on the other side, doing everything he can, but when you're doing any challenge against a guy that's a professional shooter, this guy, Braden Long, got a real clip on him, and he shoots threes for a living, so that free throw is pretty darn easy for him. Surprise, surprise. Braden Long comes out with the victory against the fan here, but we're almost back from break. It's the huddles will disperse right here. Looks like we've got the same lineups coming out for both teams after that timeout. Seven-point deficit for the Jaguars. It's been a slow quarter so far, as we've talked about. Capitals stretched that lead to 10 points at 1 point, but just a 7-point lead here. Benzel is going to the line for 2 shots. Benzel is 0 for 3 on the day from the free throw line. Just can't get one to fall yet.
And the Capitals have come out a little cold here as well in the second half. And so, I mean, like I've said, this is just a great moment for the Jaguars to take advantage of that, get down on offense and make some smart plays. And if they could go on just a little bit of a run here, they'd be right back into this ballgame.
Benzel now 0 for 4 from free throw range on the day. It's going to be a foul on that rebound on L.J. Robinson. It's Mauricio Smith hauled in another offensive rebound. It's been a force down low. While he's standing at just 6'4". Been a real impact on the glass for the Capitals today.
And that's another foul on the Jaguars, their third here in just the first couple of minutes of the second half.
Those fouls add up pretty quick. Benzel with the poster jam on Jordan Robinson. Nobody gets those done too often.
Cameron Benzel finishes through the contact and rockets that ball through the rim with authority. What a tough highlight play we saw right there.
And if you remember, if you were watching for that last game, so now we have a timeout for the Jaguars. Benzel tried that in that last one against Jordan Robinson. It didn't necessarily go his way. Robinson had a pretty big block on one of them, but Benzel gets his payback and gets the jam down. I want to give a thank you to the YMCA, the official practice facility of the Willamette Valley Jaguars. We're going to take a quick break right here after that Jaguars timeout. That lead is now at 9 after that exciting punch from Cameron Benzel. We'll be right back on TBL TV.
Thank you guys for all you guys do, and here's the signing from us to you, and thank you for what you guys do in the community for our teachers and our students. Let's give it a hand.
As the huddles break, we do have a substitution here for the Jaguars. Ryan Boyce stepping back into this game. Brandon Hansen will enter as well. It is Jaguars ball. 9-point deficit for Willamette Valley. 3 seconds on the shot clock. LJ Robinson's got to get one up, and the Jaguars just not aware of how low the shot clock was there. Boyce is going to get whistled for the shot clock violation right there. It'll be Capitals ball.
And coming out of a timeout, you absolutely have to be aware in that situation of how much time is on the shot clock and the kind of play that you're able to execute. And that's a possession where you would really like to find some points.
Tyree Price has been hot from 3. Can't get that one to go. Rebound to Jordan Robinson. Hansen's going to step into a 3. He's left wide open and nail it.
Big time bucket there off the hands of Brandon Hansen. He's chipping away at that lead. And it just finally a shot falling for the Jaguars.
Now some bounce passes down low. One scooped up by LJ Robinson for the steal. Brandon Hansen just barely gets across half court right there. Jaguars slow it down. Under 5.5 minutes to go in this one. Hansen's going to float one up. There's another rebound for Jordan Robinson. Can't get the putback to go. Hansen's going to be whistled for a foul right there after swiping at the ball. That'll be the 4th foul of this quarter for the Jaguars. And foul disparity is starting to climb as the Capitals are a long way from putting the Jaguars in that bonus, but now Jaguars just 1 foul away.
That has not been Jordan Robinson's night so far. Didn't go up as strong as we're used to seeing that time underneath the basket. Now is once again a possession where the Jags would really like to have seen some points added.
Gentry comes off the screen off ball and can't get it to go. Brandon Hansen behind the back, up and under. What a move!
Brandon Hansen with some magic in transition. He goes all the way around the back and able to finish in the 3-on-2 fast break situation.
Isaiah Gentry's going to travel after that one. And Brandon Hansen will inbound now after his really exciting layup at that last possession for the Jaguars. Now, Nix facilitating up top, guarded by Smith. His 3-pointer is no good.
And it's just a 4-point ball game here, 58-54 the score. The Jaguars trying to fight their way back, doing a good job.
Another Jordan Robinson rebound after Price's floater is no good. He wastes no time getting downhill into defenders. Jordan Robinson is just not afraid of contact.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Robinson. Just put that shoulder down and go to work, get to the basket, and he draws the whistle that time. Now, like you said earlier this game, Devlin, Robinson not the best free throw shooter on this Jags squad, but in a moment like this, they could really use these points at the free throw line.
Here's the first one from Robinson, just short off of that front rim. You see Robinson finish a lot with the left hand, but he shoots his jump shots right-handed. Very ambidextrous player, can't get either free throw to go. That one off the back rim. Preston Whitfield back in the game for Salem. He's facilitating now, guarded by Robinson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Whitfield takes Robinson inside and flips one up, and it just rolls around but finds its way in. Just a tough finish right there for Preston Whitfield.
Yeah, a really tough bucket that time. Surprised he could even get the shot off there, let alone put it in the home. So just a great finish there, and they extend that lead back to 6.
Troy Mix Jr. drives into the lane and is able to get the foul call. He's going to go to the line for 2. Mix, who's been a scoring option for this team so far, the efficiency hasn't been quite what he wants it to be, but he's been a reliable option and hasn't gotten it going yet today. But chance at the line right here for his first points of the game. There they are. Gets the first free throw to go. You mentioned it earlier. We do see Ryan Boyce in the game now, but Tavion Johnson still on that bench after a team-high 14 points in that first quarter. Now Mix is going to get his own rebound after that one and flip it up, but that one's no good. Now Whitfield wastes no time in transition.
That just felt like a forced shot right there. You get the rebound after the missed second free throw. It's a great opportunity you've set yourself up for, and just felt like a bit of a forced shot there.
Get it out to the sharpshooter, Jack Boydell. That one in and out. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Brandon Hansen. Gonna push it down the floor, get it to Ryan Boyce. Steps into the lane and gets a jumper up. That one just in and out. A lot of Jaguar shots rolling in and out right now. Whitfield, the touch on the floater.
A smooth move there from Whitfield. Didn't even look in a stance ready to put a shot like that up, but able to get that one up and coming the other way. Hansen with another bucket.
Yeah, Brandon Hansen, another crafty finish. We saw that really exciting one earlier, but he's got plenty of tricks in the bag. You see the hustle defense right there from Ryan Boyce. Jaguars pressuring full court now. It's going to be inbounded to Price, guarded by Boyce. Boydell gets it in the corner, tries to shovel it to Lawrence, loses it. Hansen makes the smart play, gets it to the wide open L.J. Robinson below the hoop.
And Hansen's made smart play after smart play, both on offense and defense. He is not letting up on the defensive side of the ball whatsoever. Coming away with some big plays over there, making some nice rebounds as well, but he's left his mark on this third quarter, absolutely.
Now, under 2 minutes here. Lawrence is going to fake a three, take a one-step pull-up. That one no good. Out to Whitfield after the offensive rebound. Now the Jaguars pushing in transition. Nix, that one no good, but L.J. Robinson on the cleanup. Troy Mix taking an awfully long time to talk to the ref without any words. Ooh, Benzel doesn't go up right there, so there will be no whistle. But an exciting play. Now Price is going to drive, step back, get the pull up. Price is feeling really hot today.
Yeah, Price with a tough step back, got just enough separation to drill the shot. Speaking of drilling shots, here comes Ryan Boyce. We have a tie ball game, Devlin.
Boyce, his 15th point of the night, his third three-pointer. And he has been the hot hand. We've talked a lot about Ryan Boyce today, but we mentioned that back injury a couple games ago. He joined this team late in the season, had missed those first 2 games, but came in and had an instant impact. Scored 19 points in his first game and then averaged 18 points throughout his first 3 games. But that 4th game, he ran into a back injury after falling pretty hard and came back into that one. Wasn't able to get any shots up or anything and exited after just about a minute. Then in that last matchup against the Capitals, we talk about how he was only playing 5 minutes in that one. But now that Boyce is settling in and getting some more minutes, he's feeling healthy, he's looking like a good primary scoring option for this team.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing awesome today, absolutely. And we talked about it. We wanted to see the ball in the hot hands coming out of that half, and finally he starts to make some plays, and another hot hand checking in for the first time in the second half. It's Tavion Johnson. And so these are the players that both in double figures here, Johnson with 14 and Boyce with 15. Certainly both the best scorers on this team as far as this game is concerned. And so it's good to see them both back on the hardwood for the Jags. Down by 2 once again, but you got your best shooters out on the floor now.
Boyce is going to be taking the ball across half, guarded by Whitfield now. The lineup is Boyce, both Robinsons, Tavion Johnson, can't get that one to go, and Brandon Hansen. It's going to be a foul, loose ball foul right there on Tavion Johnson. He can't believe it. That will put the Capitals into the bonus. we put some emphasis on that earlier, that it's really, really important for the Jaguars to defend without fouling and therefore keep teams out of the bonus early. But they reached that third foul with almost 8 minutes to go, and they did a really good job of holding out until the last minute of this third quarter to get into the bonus.
Yeah, just a tough play there, because I like the shot selection from Johnson. Checks into the game, and he's trying to get right back, pick it up right where he left off, and unsuccessful that time off the back of the iron. But then it's hard to play aggressive basketball like the Jags have done all night when you're in this bonus.
Lawrence can't get either free throw to go. He was 4 for 4 prior to those shots. Hansen is now guarded by Taylor Webster, getting his first minutes of the game. Hansen steps into one. Tavion Johnson can't reel in that rebound, but Hansen's got it right back. Takes it inside to lay it up to tie this game. And we've got a timeout on the floor taken by the Capitals. And a little confusion right here. Maybe there was no timeout after that one. I'm not quite sure what happened. Looked like the Jags sure thought there was a timeout called. Tie game here.
Yeah, well, all I know is if you're here in Corvallis, you better watch your possessions, because Brandon Hansen's picking pockets on the hardwood. He ties this ball game up. He's making those aggressive plays on defense. And you better watch that basketball if you're on the Salem Capitals, because he is always lurking around.
Whitfield was guarded by Hansen, took it inside, and there's another whistle. See who this one's against. Looks like the call is on Tavion Johnson. He's going to have another conversation with the ref. He doesn't agree with that one. Whitfield's going to be shooting both of these free throws with just 17 seconds on the clock.
Well, if the Capitals made all their free throws, this one wouldn't even really be a ball game, Devlin. So the Jaguars have caught some good breaks here, putting these players at the line, and they haven't been as successful as they would have liked to be up to this point in the game.
You mentioned that free throw right there from Whitfield now puts the Capitals at 15 for 23 from the line. So not really capitalizing at the free throw stripe. Whitfield gets both right there. Clock passes 15 seconds. Now Boyce is controlling it up top, takes a screen from Johnson. He gets downhill, lays it up and in with the right hand, and the Jaguars lead. Jaguars do not lead. It is tied 68-68. Scoreboard error right there. Exciting one after that. But now we'll head to the fourth quarter after a quick thank you to the Albany Public Schools Foundation. I want to thank you for supporting your Willamette Valley Jaguars. Tie game heading into the fourth. We'll be right back on TVL TV. coming out of the break right here. We have an exciting one here on TBL TV. Jaguars and the Capitals are in this one, Brody. What tie game right here. 12 minutes to play. What do you want to see from the Jaguars?
Well, this has been all Jaguars ever since the start of the second half. They were down by 7, went down by as much as 10 a couple of minutes into quarter number 3, and they have just been playing some tough basketball ever since then, making good shots, taking care of the rock, and it's just been an excellent second half of play for the Jaguars up to this point. It's a tie ball game at 68 apiece. And if they can keep this momentum going, they might be looking at their first win of the year.
And I absolutely agree with you, Brody. Seen an exciting one so far. Josiah Thompson hit the floor right there, and then Taylor Webster trying to sell the call a little bit right there. Doesn't get it. Now LJ Robinson gets downhill and up into Lawrence, but Dominique Lawrence's excellent defense sends that one back and off of Robinson. It'll be Capitals ball.
An awesome rejection there, made even better by getting the ball back. Just a great effort by this Capitals defense. They're going to get this ball in a tie ball game, and especially in a moment like this, every single possession counts, every point on that scoreboard counts, all that much more in this close competitive ball game.
See it right there at half court. Refs took a second to separate Josiah Thompson and Taylor Webster, who were just having a disagreement right there. And that ball's going to be sent right at our technical director, Emmett, and he's going to do the refs a favor and not send them up into the stands. But some excellent defense right there, forcing the turnover.
And the Jaguars, they are hungry for their first win. And they're showing it out there on the hardwood. They're playing tough, aggressive basketball. And it has just been such a good battle between these two teams that, like I said earlier, they've seen each other already a handful of times this year, with the Capitals getting the better of the Jaguars in all of those previous outings. So no better team to get your first win against than a team that you might consider your rival in the Capitals.
The two Oregon teams in the TBL squaring off. As we've mentioned a couple times, it's a great close game right now. Tied at 68. Josiah Thompson, guarded by Webster, trying to get something working. He'll spin into him, and he'll be called for the travel right there after hitting the deck pretty hard. Didn't have anywhere to go. And it'll be Capitals ball once more.
And this is just getting aggressive and tough out there, Devlin. Both of these teams understand this moment, and they're just playing as hard as possible out there in this fourth quarter. 11 minutes to go, and it's a tie ball game.
Whitfield takes the inbound. Gets a screen from the big man, Jason Conrad. Haven't seen that much of Conrad today. Webster gets it down low to him. He fakes the shot, and then Webster's going to be wide open in the corner. Won't get a shot up. Is going to try and swing it out to Conrad after he jumped up for the layup. Conrad can't extend for that one. There's another turnover by the Capitals and another turnover for Taylor Webster.
And the Jags are doing an excellent job on the defensive side of the floor, forcing turnovers and creating chaos all over the place. Now they have to take advantage and put that ball in the basket on the other end.
Jordan Robinson rises up off the feed from Josiah Thompson and yams it down to get the fans here at Corvallis High School on their feet. Jordan Robinson gives the Jaguars the lead.
Jordan Robinson with an absolute hammer. He punches that one through the rim with authority to give the Jags the lead. One more at the line, bingo.
Jordan Robinson converts the and one, and the Jaguars lead by 3. Now Whitfield controlling the offense, out to Webster. Moving it around now. Here's Boydell, the shooter. That one hits the top of the backboard, and that'll be out of bounds. Jaguars ball once again, and for one of the first times all year, fourth quarter momentum is swaying in the way of the Jaguars. Now Josiah Thompson. We're in Number 0. Coming across. Guarded by Webster. Gets a shot up. Just off to the right. Rebound for Whitfield. He's hustling in transition. Wants to go quick. Loses the ball. Now Boydell's going to get it. Drive. No good.
Look at the Jaguars flying around on defense, picking up defenders left and right. They are hungry.
Troy Mix Jr. trying to keep everybody on their feet with a deep 3, but a bit of a rush shot right there. Still 10 minutes to go in this one. Now Whitfield will be fouled by Josiah Thompson, just sealing him off a little too hard right there. But some exciting offense right here from the Jaguars, even though it's just that one dunk so far. But you can see the competitiveness from both teams right now. Down low to Lawrence. He'll just lose it in the paint. Another turnover in the Jaguars' favor.
The momentum is all with the Jaguars right here, up by 3, little under 10 minutes to go. And let's see how they handle this game down the stretch with the best opportunity they've had all season long.
Josiah Thompson looking for a call, but loses the ball once more on the drive. Can't get anything going. Capitals will take it once more. Now Conrad catches it in the mid-range and nails a jumper. 7-footer with some sharp shooting ability. Now Mix wants to go quick. He'll get one up. That one's going to be rebounded by Boyce. Mix another 3-ball. That one's good. 4-point lead for your Jaguars now, and Jordan Robinson steals it off the inbound. Now Ryan Boyce will wait for the offense to settle in.
And so smart for the Jaguars, slowing it down.
L.J. Robinson nails the 3-ball. Jaguars lead by 7.
What a moment for the Jaguars. Timeout called by the Capitals. Mix Jr. hits the triple from way downtown. They get the ball right back off the inbounds. And how about not 1, but 2 in a row for Willamette Valley. They're up 77-70.
The Jaguars, big moment here. Still plenty of time left in this one. Nothing's out of hand yet. But 77-70, Jaguars have yet to see a fourth quarter lead all season long. This is really huge for them, Brody. We're going to take a break right here. We do want to give a thank you to our community partners, Healing Motion and Willamette Valley Spine and Strength. We're going to take a quick break right here, but this might be our last one, as we have a really exciting game coming down to the wire. Your Willamette Valley Jaguars lead by 7. We'll be right back on TBL TV. Coming back from this break right here. Jaguars have already broken their huddle. Capitals taking a little bit longer in that timeout, as expected. Down 7. What's gone right for the Jaguars so far in this quarter, Brody?
Making big-time buckets, Devlin. That's what they've done. They've played excellent defense, forcing turnover after turnover. We've seen multiple of them in this fourth quarter. And the biggest moment happening right there, the triple, the steal, and another three-pointer falling for the Jaguars as they take a 7-point lead. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. This game is far from over. Still about 9 minutes to go in the ball game. And certainly plenty of time for this game to go either way.
Plenty of time, as you said. And this is a Capitals team that has some pretty explosive scorers. This one is not over by any means. Here's Whitfield, gets the 3-ball up. That one's long. It's going to be off the fingers of Ryan Boyce. And he knew it. Him and Jack Boydell having a little laugh right there after Boyce just tried for a second to claim it was off of Boydell. But number 13, Jack Boydell, is going to inbound. Gets it to Conrad. Going to fake a pass and then Conrad loses the ball. Jordan Robinson gets the steal, and Conrad grabs the jersey, keep him from getting the fast break. But second foul already for the Capitals. And Jaguars are continuing that momentum through that timeout. Seen it. For once, the other team has more fouls in the fourth quarter than the Jaguars. We might even have a technical foul right here. I think that one might have just fit the criteria of a clear path foul.
Yeah, clear path foul that time, which means it should just be a free throw and possession once again for Willamette Valley. You saw a bit of a tugging on the jersey there as it was Robinson coming in transition, so they're going to get the ball right back now with an 8-point lead, looking to extend that to possibly double digits here on this possession.
The point guard, Isaac Gurley, hits that free throw. He will inbound as well. Into Ryan Boyce for the Jaguars. Gurley, nice move. Loses the ball right there, trying to shovel it down low to Jordan Robinson. And those are the kind of plays that can happen, but you don't want them to mount up if you're the Jaguars.
And, at this point in the game, you want to slow things down on offense, work really deep into your shot clocks to try and just take as much time off the clock as you can, and hopefully that will result in some smarter looks as well.
Moving it around now. Price gets it in the corner. He's been hot from three. Hasn't hit one since that third quarter. That one is no good as well.
So I expect to see them maybe slow the pace down just a little bit here. Look for a smart shot and go deep into the shot clock.
A lot of contact at the logo right there, but Gurley gets it back. He's going to get into the paint, throw up a floater. That one isn't good. Benzel's got the rebound. Now the Jaguars trying to trap, but Whitfield's going to get downhill and right into the lane. He'll lose it, but Benzel's going to end up with a wide open layup. Now that lead's cut down to 6. Jaguars slowing it down a little bit. Boyce has it at the top of the key. Guarded by Whitfield. Foul by Whitfield. Got his arm tangled up on the wrist of Boyce as he tried to step back for the three, not three, but deep 2. And if that one's called as I think it is and as Boyce thinks it is not. It looked like it was on the way up as he was trying to step back for that jumper. But that one will stay on the floor. Third foul of the quarter for the Capitals. Got Troy Mix Jr. trouble to inbound. 14 on the shot clock. Gets it to Gurley in the corner, guarded by Price. Steps back. Then hits the backboard. Nothing going there. Price getting it out in transition. Now Gentry has it, plenty of space. The Jaguars defenders are pressing up tight. Whitfield's got it. He'll step on the gas, go right downhill, and then Jordan Robinson gets the rebound, throws the outlet pass out. Boyce with the jam! Ryan Boyce bringing down the house.
Ryan Boyce dominating the basket. What a smart play in transition for the Jags, not forcing anything, waiting for the offense to come from behind. And how about Boyce? Sprinting down the floor, rising up, and ripping the rim off of the backboard.
That lead is going back up to 8 now for the Jaguars. Ryan Boyce with a thunderous slam comes flying out of nowhere and gets the ball and punches it home. Now a foul on the Jaguars on the other end. 6:16 left to play in this one. Shot clock at 14. And Gentry's going to catch a wide open 3. That one no good. Not really his day, but if I were the Jaguars, I wouldn't keep leaving him open.
Yeah, the impact he can have shooting that basketball, and although it hasn't been his day, you don't want it to become his day anytime soon.
You said it well, Brody. And LJ's going to step into the lane. That one no good. Jordan Robinson keeps the ball alive, and then moving it around in the paint are the Jaguars. Can't get anything to go. Now Gentry attacks Mix. Can't get the layup. Mix is furious about that one. If I'm the Jaguars coaching staff, I'm trying to calm down Mix really quick. This would be a very reckless spot to give up a technical foul or anything of that sort. Already getting 2 free throws at the line for the Capitals. Got to be really careful and disciplined in this one.
Yeah, this is, like you said, Devlin, not the moment where you want to give up a heated technical foul by any means. You're up by 8. Just got to calm down a little bit in this moment.
Gentry gets the first free throw to go. Had an exciting and intense one so far. You can see the emotion on every player on the floor. Got a long 5.5 minutes to go in this one. Gentry hits both. The lead is cut to 6. Gurley's going to come across and set it up the offense. He'll get down the lane. Gentry tips it out. Turnover for the Jaguars. Now a wide open Price for 3. Still can't get one to go. He'll get into the lane and be fouled really hard in the paint. It's a lot of contact down low. Fell awkwardly, but now 2 quick fouls right there for the Jaguars and a turnover. It's really, really important to stay calm in this moment.
Got to stay calm, got to go deep into your shot clock and take some time off the clock. If you're going to turn it over, you want to turn it over with 22 seconds taken off the scoreboard. But more importantly, they just need to start making some shots, and it's none other than Brandon Hansen checking into this one. And Hansen has had one heck of a game for the Jaguars up to this point. And so someone who I expect to see a lot of coming down the stretch.
You mentioned it. Hansen's had some really big plays, has the 3 steals today, and all 3 of them resulting in transition points. That lead's cut down to 4 now. It's still a 2-possession game. The Jaguars scoring has come to a bit of a halt now. Hansen gets it at the logo from Boyce. Setting up the offense. We'll drive down the lane and get the layup. Brandon Hansen comes into the game. Immediate impact. Gentry hustling down the floor, gets the layup up. And Jordan Robinson, both teams are going really quick right now. They threw it up to him. He comes down with it, gets the layup. Lead's going to stay at 6. Gentry spins off of Boyce. Gets it into Benzel. And another steal for Brandon Hansen. Jaguars in transition now. He's going to slow it down.
Excellent play there from Hansen, able to poke that ball away like he's done all game long.
LJ Robinson can't get the 3 to go right there. Hit the ground afterwards. Isaiah Gentry spin into the steps. Gets the layup to go. 4-point game.
And Gentry's picked it up seemingly out of nowhere. He's had a couple of baskets in a row for the Capitals.
You mentioned him being the best scorer for this team, as T. Roy is going to drive and be fouled. That one on Gentry. He doesn't like it. Under 4 minutes to go here. The clock reads 3:56. 84-80. Hansen's guarded by Whitfield. Loses it on the leg. Hansen's got it. Body's all over the floor. Mix turns it around. Can't get the post hook to go. And after an offensive rebound, nothing going for the Jaguars. Gentry gets the layup on the other end. Now just a 2-point lead for the Jaguars. We have a Jaguars timeout on the floor. I want to give a thank you to our community partners, Healing Motion and Willamette Valley Spine and Strength. Thank you for supporting your Willamette Valley Jaguars. We're not going to go to break here. We've got a really exciting one on our hands. 3:35 left to play. 84-82 Jaguars. Brody. Jaguars losing some steam right there. Really important not to let this one slip away. Chance of getting a first program win. What do you need to see in this last 3.5 minutes?
Well, I like what I've seen from Brandon Hansen. I like the ball in his hands. I'd like to see Fabian Johnson come back into this game, the impact that he's had. I could go on and on about the way that he's played out there. Boyce is another guy who's made some shots, and you gotta let those guys do what they've been doing all game, because those are the ones who've shown that they're ready for this moment right here. You're up by 2, 3.5 minutes to go in the game. The Capitals starting to work their way back into this one, but you can't let that get you in this moment. Got to stay calm if you're the Jaguars. You still have that 2-point lead, and you just have to take care of business. Specifically offensively, you got to put the ball in the basket. Like I said in the first quarter, that sounds a little cheap coming from the broadcaster, but that's at the end of the day, you got to get those open looks, and you got to execute. You got to put that ball in the basket, and no more of those turnovers, going down the stretch, because that's just going to open that door even more for the Capitals.
Hit the nail on the head right there, Brody. Got to focus at the end of this one. Got to be disciplined, and especially at the offensive end. Got to find the right shot and get it to go. Now, Mix will inbound. It's Jaguars ball. Capitals sending 2 defenders to pressure the inbound. Hansen has it. Exciting finish here in Corvallis. Brandon Hansen, the tough move. Nothing doing. Troy Mix Jr. can't get that one to go. Floater in the lane is no good. Rebound to Benzel.
Troy Mix Jr., a player who struggled a little bit here in this game. It's not been his most efficient night.
Whitfield controlling the ball. They'll get it to Lawrence, guarded by Mix. Whitfield is left wide open and sinks it. There goes the lead for the Jaguars. Just a real defensive lapse right there, leaving one of the best shooters in the building wide open.
And the Jaguars have to answer back here, down by 1, 2.5 minutes to go. The door is open for either of these teams. Who's going to make it happen in clutch time?
Boyce, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Robinson's got to go. LJ Robinson is going to drive into the lane, get the and one. Floats the layup up. A chance to make it a 2-point game now for LJ Robinson in just his 3rd game as a Jaguar. The impact he's brought, Brody.
What a play there from Robinson. Time ticking away off the shot clock, and a moving shot with the left hand puts it up off the rim and in. Count it, and the foul going to the line for one more.
Gets the free throw to go. It's a 2-point lead here for the Jaguars. 2.5 minutes to go. We've got a nail biter, folks. Whitfield is going to take 2 screens. Force the Jaguars into a switch. Now Gentry steps into the mid-range and nails it. He is cold. He's who they go to in these big moments. Tie game, 87-87.
Ice cold moving shot from the mid-range there for Gentry. It's a tie ball game, 2 minutes to go.
Boyce almost loses that one, is able to get it to Trouble Mix Jr. And he's going to be fouled. That one going to be the 5th foul of the quarter for the Capitals. That'll send him to the line. Really big spot here for Troy Mix Jr. Chance to take the lead.
Got to make these free throws. And we talked about it earlier. In a game this close, it could come down to free throws. That could very much so be the difference maker in this ball game. And we're going to see if that's the case here with Mix Jr. at the line.
He's going to be just the 14th and 15th free throws for the Jaguars as Mix hits the first one to give Willamette Valley the lead. Clock reads 1:59 here. Really exciting finish. Troy Mix Jr. has a chance to put the Jaguars up by 2. Can't do it. Jaguars lead by just 1. Whitfield has it alone on the right side of the floor. Taking some time off the clock. He'll step into a 3. That one's off to the right and short. 1:40 left to go. Jaguars lead by 1. Got to extend this lead. Brandon Hansen, a step back. That one no good. That one's going to be out off of Benzel on the rebound attempt. He doesn't even contest it. He knew. Just 1:31 here to go, Brody.
Felt like a fast shot there from Hansen. Slow it down here. You could use the second half of the shot clock here, those 12 seconds, to your advantage. Now just going to look for the best look possible, though, to extend their lead.
Nix Jr. guarded by Dominique Lawrence, defensive specialist. Nix can't get that one to go. Turn around in the post. 120. Whitfield's going to go in, and Brandon Hansen's got his 5th steal. Now Jordan Robinson is going to be fouled on the layup attempt. And Robinson, he's the guy you want to foul if you're Salem. And the worst free throw shooter on this team. Missed a couple today. He's going to go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point game.
And how about Brandon Hansen? Another steal off the hands of Hansen. He has been insane, just taking ball after ball. His 6th steal of the ball game. And that impact has just been huge for the momentum of the Jaguars, who've extended their lead by 2 now.
Robinson nails that first free throw. It is a 2-point game. Just 1 minute and 13 to play. Robinson hits both. Big in the biggest moment.
Makes them when they count, Devlin.
Price controlling now. Cleveland going to take it inside. They'll get it to Gentry, their go-to scoring option. He's going to float it up and over Robinson. That one's good. Jaguars still lead by 1. Under a minute here to go. Jaguars got to play clean here. Find the best shot possible. Hansen's got it. Shot clock reads 11. Hansen into the lane. Can't get that one to go. In and out off the rim. There's going to be a jump ball right here as Dominique Lawrence doesn't do anything with it, just waits for Jordan Robinson to come and put his big mitts on it. Now, Cleveland is a really athletic player, standing just 6'5" against the 6'8" Jordan Robinson in the circle. Seems like it's going to pose a challenge for him. 39.8 to go in this one.
And this is going to be huge with 22 seconds on the shot clock. If the Jags could get this ball and take possession, that would just greatly increase their chance to get the first win in the history of their program.
Tip is up. That one. Little mix up here. Hansen's got it. 10 on the shot clock for the Jaguars. Hansen guarded tightly by Price. Going to go into the lane, kick it out to a wide open Ryan Boyce. Nails! Ryan Boyce makes it a 2-possession game with less than a shot clock for the Capitals. All the Jaguars have to do now is not foul on a 3-point attempt and play it safe. We have a timeout by the Capitals here. The Jaguars bench is ecstatic. Brody, how are you feeling?
Ryan Boyce has ice in his veins. An ice-cold shot from beyond the arc to extend the lead to 4. A 2-possession ball game. And what a moment here for the Willamette Valley Jaguars under a brand new head coach, her very first game, taking the reins. And they have a great chance here to win. What a clutch shot from Boyce. Just a few seconds left in the shot clock. A heave of desperation there. And it falls.
Boyce has been a sharp shooter today. That was his 4th 3 of the day. Team high, 22 points off the bench. We've talked about the impact from Ryan Boyce, the scoring presence. Had that absence of the scoring presence in those short minutes after that back injury, but Boyce coming through in the biggest moment for the Jaguars. We do have a slight change in the clock. The referees went over the scorer's table and confirmed that the clock will be set to 25.8. That does give a full shot clock to the Salem Capitals. And Jaguars need to play clean and fast right here. Clean and slow, excuse me. Use up as much clock as they can. They've been playing fast this whole day, but now they're looking their first franchise win in the face, and it's up to them.
Yeah, the game is really in the Jags' hands now at this point, Devlin. Up by 4, you cannot foul here. Force the Capitals to make a tough shot and do not foul by any means, because the 4-point play, it is a thing. And you want to just guard that perimeter tightly, but not too tight, as you do not want to make any contact around the perimeter whatsoever.
25.8 seconds remaining in the game.
It's going to be Tyreek Price to inbound. 25.8 on the clock. Jaguars need to play clean basketball. Gentry's got it. Sidestep three. It's good. We do still have a game on our hands. Jaguars got to play really clean right here. Another timeout on the floor. Gentry with a really tough shot right there, Brody.
And Gentry coming back and stepping up, making a huge shot. I love the defense by the Jaguars. They kept their hands up. They didn't get too close and too personal there, as, of course, that 4-point play would have been devastating for the Jags' chances. But up by one, and they have the ball, you know what it comes down to right here, Devlin? It's free throws. Because if the Capitals can't force a turnover on these first couple of passes, I'm sure they'll try. They're going to come out applying pressure off the inbounds pass. If they can't force the turnover on the first pass or two, they're going to have to foul. And the game is at the free throw line for the Jaguars. Can they make a couple free throws and then get back on defense and play good? Because if they don't make these free throws, it's just a 1-point game. And you know, we just saw what Gentry did right there. It wouldn't surprise me to see him do it again. So got to make these free throws.
You're absolutely right. We put a lot of emphasis on Isaiah Gentry's scoring ability and how he's missed some shots today. That's the easiest way to say it. He had missed 9 straight threes prior to that one. That three-pointer was his first of the day, 1 for 10 from 3, but coming through when it really matters. Now the Jaguars really have to play clean here as this one gets a little tighter. 1-point game. Willamette Valley ball. That timeout did advance the ball for the Jaguars. It's going to be Brandon Hansen to inbound. Boyce has it, guarded by Cleveland. He's going to hold it, look for the pass, gets it to Hansen. 10 seconds. Tyreek Price fouls with 10 seconds to go. Clock reads 9.5. They're sending Brandon Hansen to the line. Brandon Hansen shooting below his expected clip this year. He's shooting just 63.6% from the line.
And I don't know why the Capitals didn't foul sooner. I mean, Boyce was just standing there with the ball in his hands. He wasn't looking to throw it anywhere ridiculous. He's just standing there, and he understands, I'm going to take as much time off the clock as possible. And now Hansen misses the first. He's going to need to make the second one.
Hansen needs to make this second one, or any shot from the Capitals will win it. Big moment for Brandon Hansen here, veteran guard for this team. 6 steals on the day. Second free throw is good, but is not good. Excuse me. Rebound, Troy Mix Jr. Troy Mix Jr. with an offensive rebound in the biggest spot of the game, no doubt.
One of the clutchest rebounds I've seen. He had one arm pinned down, went up with the other, and corralled the ball in like a football, and it's going to be a jump ball. But Troy Mix Jr., one of the taller players on this team, standing at 6 feet 8 inches, and exactly who you want in this situation. 8 seconds on the clock. Jags up by just 1 point in this 93-92 ball game.
Interesting to see the jump ball here. Whitfield has it. He's going to go quick. They get it to Gentry. 3, 2, 1. No good! The Jaguars win! Your Willamette Valley Jaguars have won their first game in franchise history.
A brand new head coach. So many questions for this Jaguars team, and they make it happen. A 93-92 victory, and the first win in program history for the Willamette Valley Jaguars.
You see the team celebrating with fans at half court. Capitals leaving disappointed tonight. You see Marion Clark, the owner of this Jaguars team, has been with them through so much adversity. This team that had lost 30 straight games. Clark looks like he has tears in his eyes. The Jaguars have done it. 1-point win for Willamette Valley in the most dramatic fashion possible. What a game.
It came down to the last shot there for Gentry. The ball rolling around the rim, and it fell out. The Jaguars make it happen here in Corvallis. And a huge moment, the biggest moment in franchise history, as they've finally broken through and won the game.
We're going to take a quick break right here. It's been a very exciting finish. We're going to get some interviews, player. Maybe we'll see if Marion Clark will get on the headset with me. But what a game for the Jaguars. This is not good night, just a quick break to let you soak this one in. We'll be right back on TBL TV.
This for you, Coach B.
Hold on, let me see that one time.
All right.
Let me see that. I know, look, I know, I got you, baby. Hey, whatever they say, bro, we just made history. Coach B, that's for you, my boy. That's for you, bro. Yes, sir.
Tavion.
Yes, sir.
Your first game back,
Yes, sir.
missing some time with that hamstring injury, had a huge impact, came in, hit those three-pointers,
Yes,
and
sir.
then got in some foul trouble. How did you handle that adversity down the line?
Man, I just wanted my guys to get in there and do what they had to do. I knew they was going to do it. We practice every day. We work on this every day. We've been going through a lot of adversity these past 2 weeks. New coach, new teammates, guys coming in, guys leaving, man. I knew they was going to do what they had to do. I knew what I was going to do what I had to do. It was all about just staying locked in and finishing doing what we had to do all together.
How does it feel, Tavion?
It feels good. I mean, shit. Shoot. I'm used to. I'm not gonna say I'm used to winning, but I'm used to winning. So I'm not overexcited. I knew that we could do it. It was just all a matter of us putting everything together and finishing and doing what we had to do.
And you've been around this team the whole year so far. Been around Marion a lot.
Yes, sir.
What do you think this means to him?
Probably means a lot. Probably he gonna turn up tonight. We gonna turn up. We gonna do some good stuff tonight, man. I really appreciate him. He helped me get to this level. He helped me really just play basketball again. I seen him in summer in Vegas, and he told me about what he wanted to do here, and I told him that's something I wanted to do, and he brought me out whenever we had training camp.
And you missed those 3 games with that hamstring injury, and I've been here for all of them. I've heard you on the bench. I've seen you warming up with your team.
Yes, sir.
You're a very vocal leader for this team.
Yes, sir.
So what was it like not being able to be on the court with your teammates for those games? And those were some tough losses, but now to get back out there in your first game.
I feel like them losses was on me, and the coach will tell you too. He told me he wanted me to be there, and it was just I feel like I was hurt bad, but it was a mindset thing. I should have came back a long time ago, but I had to get right and do what I had to do with my hammy. I didn't want to pull nothing any worse.
Here's Kelly Long, president of basketball operations.
I didn't mean to interrupt my guy right here, dude. This dude right here.
All right.
From the jump.
Big thank you, Tavion.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Congrats
I appreciate
on the win.
You. Thank you, man. Yes, sir.